Hello, my name is Tara Coulter, and as part of Group 6's Cataloging Visual Materials presentation, I'd like to briefly highlight a couple of points of interest here in the Library of Congress Prints and Photographs online catalog. Specifically, I was drawn to the images from the Farm Security Administration and Office of War Information, so I'm going to focus my attention there. I'm just going to wait for this to load. Okay. First, I'd just like to show you the informational section here on the cataloging of this particular collection, which contains some basic background information and notes on how the images are cataloged and what information may be included in order to provide access to this collection. So here we see some of the notes: title, call number, medium, created, published, date, creator, topics, subjects, other notes. It's important to note here that the primary source of information for cataloging images is the caption cards, as it states right here. Not all images are associated with caption cards, and therefore not all images have adequate descriptive information attached to them. Some images have descriptions only at the collection level, while others have information provided at the actual image or item level. So now I'm going to go to View All here, and I'm just going to scroll down and go to the next set. And I'm looking for an image or a set of images of children playing. I find these images of interest here. Click on that. And here we see this image is untitled. And there is little information that's provided about this particular photograph. No exact date, no title, just a little bit about the medium, nothing in terms of subject access. Let me just open this up here for a second so you can see it. Okay, here we go. Now, if I click on the next image in this collection, it brings me to another image very similar to the one we just viewed, and is most likely in the same series. Now, this item does have a title. It's titled Poor Children Playing on Sidewalk, Georgetown, Washington, D.C. Go to About This Item, and we'll see the descriptive information for this. There we go. So this does have the creator, the published date or the date created, the title, and the subject information. Now this image must have had a caption card with it and therefore contains those descriptive elements. If I was to perform a search of children playing in Georgetown, none of those untitled images would appear in my set of results, even though they are clearly part of the same series of photographs, some of which were cataloged at the image level. So all of the untitled images are only cataloged at the collection level. Now I realize this is just one simple example, but it does represent a larger issue here. There are many ways in which we can attempt to provide better and more complete access to visual resources. By including more descriptive information and expanding subject access at the item level, we may be able to better satisfy the needs of the user. In this example, all the untitled images could be cataloged in the same manner as the images that did include the caption cards, and the addition of index terms that further represent the content of the photo. Another area of interest that also relates to providing better access to visual materials is the idea of providing subject access by emotion or emotive term indexing. Now, some studies have shown that users and researchers are not only interested in retrieving images based on content or format, but on the meaning or feeling that an image may convey. I'm going to click on this image here of the migrant mother. Here we go. Just going to open this up here. Now this image is titled Destitute Pea Pickers in California, Mother of 7 Children, age 32, Nipomo, California. This image, I feel, is intensely expressive, and if we can think of some other emotive terms that we might use to describe this image, some that come to mind for me are grief, hardship, maybe despair. Now, if we go to the search bar here and search any of those terms, we get 0 results. Nothing. Okay. So this is another example of ways that we can begin to make systemic changes in how we approach the subject of cataloging images and expand the ideas about what valuable descriptive information is. Understanding that so much of this is subjective does not necessarily excuse our deficiencies in these areas. Thank you for your time. If you have any questions, please refer them to myself or any other group member, and we will also be citing the references for this presentation in our additional resources list.